so fast sometimes.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay.
Oh, she's setting stuff. Did anybody see Doug's cooking kibitz? Because am I the only one that thought Sal was more than sassy? Sal was a
Oh, I must have missed some of that. So I was at the gym on the treadmill watching, and it kind of kept going out. So then I texted you, and I said,
it kept going out.
Okay, but I'm used to when, several times. I'm used to when it goes out and we come back on, he's like, "Oh, welcome. I'm happy you made it back on." And he didn't say anything about it. So I think he's just over the technology and done with it, right?
Yeah, and Sal was, I mean, he's usually sassy, that's him, but today, maybe because they got drunk at the end. Yeah. And he just got a little bit more like sassy, and I was like, ooh.
I definitely heard the part where he said he was like a grouchy bitch or something, and Doug was like, "You called me and I was napping. Turn your phone off when you nap." I don't know. I do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello, everyone. Well, welcome back to Jeff Lewis Obsessed, where we recap Jeff Lewis Live every weeknight at 6 o'clock California time, 8 o'clock Texas time. I'm Sarah in Texas.
And I'm Kelly in Southern California.
Oh my God. Tanner found a tiny garter snake in the bathroom. Oh, I'd be a pussy about that too, for sure.
In the toilet?
No, I think on the bathroom floor. Tell us more. I think it's Tanner. I always forget that account name though.
Yes, it's Tanner.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would just die. I did see that Chef Stu and Patrick got on Doug's thing. They didn't come on live, but they got into the thing.
Oh, they did? I saw Patrick. I saw people saying hi to Stu, so I was like, oh yeah, he must be here.
Yeah.
He's probably getting some, I think he might be getting some dinner ideas from Doug, right?
Oh, chicken.
Oh, no. Because he's making him a steak.
Yeah.
He's making him a steak. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's not going to eat him. And so I even said on Cooking Kibitz tonight, Jeff is going to eat somebody's home cooking 2 times this weekend. That might be a world record. He's always at a restaurant, it seems like, or he orders in catering.
Maybe he'll be happy that he's getting 2 home cooked meals.
Fluffy. God dang. Did you see Fluffy?
I didn't. I just saw Wendy Luce doing some steaks.
Fluffy said, "I saw a snake in my bathroom too, but it was attached to me."
Your big old rattler.
Woo-woo! You get me all flustered when you say shit like that, Fluffy. I'm like, what? We call that an anaconda. Woo!
Your anaconda don't want none of these buns, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think he was any extra spicier than normal, but I think whenever you promo a friend that's going to be on, you say he's probably going to complain the whole time.
Because he does.
You think he does? See, I don't think he does. Oh, is he a bitch?
Yes, he's just a bitchy queen. I'm sorry, Sal, you are.
So people kept asking in the chat of Doug's Cooking Kibitz, why aren't they a couple? Isn't Sal dating the guy that was just in town from Italy?
Yes, they kept talking about Pietro.
Yeah,
he's
they
going
made
to
that
Italy.
very clear.
I know. People, it's because they do have a cute little relationship. You know, Doug's very accommodating and sweet.
You're in the comments. Oh, there you are, sexy.
Doug's very accommodating and sweet, so he tends to get people around him that are kind of bitchy queens. Jeff. Sal.
The 2 guys that were on last week, the 2 husbands, they were so cute and so fun.
They were.
Yeah, they were really cute.
Yeah.
Actually, I say they were husbands. Wasn't one? Yeah, they were husbands.
Yeah. 2 were married. Yeah.
I was thinking one was going through divorce. Didn't they say something about an open marriage? I don't know. I'm getting it all confused.
The redheaded guy. Sorry.
He's going through a divorce or something like that?
Yeah, I just said single. I think he said something weird like he's has a husband, but he wants a boyfriend because he's going through a divorce. I don't remember. It was something weird.
It was. Oh, Wendy said you're in the comments again.
Gosh,
shout out, Chumpets. Good to see y'all. Thanks for joining us. Okay, I know Carnie Wilson came out of the gate with huge fans. I was kind of meh. She is so growing on me. She
Yes.
She's getting to be chump. I mean, she's been a chump for a long time, but she's getting to where the conversations just flow.
Yes.
Like I felt like she told the story. We knew we were going to hear about the Martha Stewart story because that was a cliffhanger from last time. So we knew that. But then it's like Jeff just eases into his conversation about whenever he was on Rachel Ray's show and she was kind of a bitch. And then Carnie weaves back in about Howard Stern and how they secretly weighed her.
That is the most horrible thing in the world. I cannot believe that. I would have sued them. I don't know what for.
I mean,
it
doesn't surprise me. It definitely sounds like something Howard Stern would think of. But did you hear Shane in the background? Let's steal that idea and do it.
Of course. They're all evil bitches.
But Jeff is so obsessed with his weight. He would never. I don't know. I think he might want to do it to someone else. He would die if someone did that to him.
Of course. You know what I was going to say?
Especially if he was at his fattest.
Oh, yeah. What I was going to say about Carnie, or even what Jeff has said when they have new guests, it takes a couple of times for them to come on, and not only them to get seasoned, but Jeff to figure out how to communicate with them. And he probably maybe even said to Carnie, or she probably read all the fucking comments, you talk too much and your stories go too long. So condense it. And she seemed to do that this time. But, you know, I was really surprised that so many people aren't happy, like there aren't new guests. I'm always like really, really happy.
He did mention next week Lala's coming back on, Josh Flagg, Alyssa Donovan. So some oldies and goodies are coming back on. So
yeah, and then Bravo people the next week, right?
Yes. Oh my God. The week after that is BravoCon week. Oh my God, it is sneaking up on 2 weeks from tonight. We will be in New York City together. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And Kim, is Kim on yet? Shout out Kim.
I think Carnie's stories are great, but when she first came on, she was very long-winded, and they had to, like, you know, and it's fine, but it's only an hour show. You cannot be long-winded on that show because there's so much to talk about and do.
Yeah, and I think he also figures out who is the best guest to put with that person.
Right.
Who was it last week, or was it this week? Where somebody at the very end, he said that Lala, Josh Flagg, Alyssa Donovan will be on.
Alyssa Donovan.
He was also saying he gets lots of DMs of people bitching and moaning about stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine the DMs he must get? He probably doesn't feel like he can make anyone happy, right?
And I don't think he can. I always think it's funny when because he made it sound like it was a lot of people complaining to him that, you know, he doesn't like the guests, or they are tired of the guests. And I was like, geez.
Yeah. What did you think of the Martha Stewart story?
I'm not surprised.
I totally am trying to find that YouTube video and I cannot find it, and nobody sent it to me today. But I learned tonight that maybe my Instagram is shadow banned.
Yeah,
Somebody just DM'd me that. And then they also said that Jackie Schimmel is shadow banned. Who knows?
But because Jackie Schimmel talks about kissing and tonguing her dog, so she gets in trouble for bestiality. She said that before. But, like, how would that person know that you were shadowed banned? The person that alerted you?
You know, it's a person that, and it was a girl, I think. She only follows, like, I looked at her, she was public. So that's one thing. Sometimes when people follow me, they're private, most accounts. So I can't see who they follow and all that unless I follow them back. This person follows like 45 people. It was mostly chumps. I mean, even like Alyssa, producer, they only have like 3 followers. So it's probably kind of a secondary account, or an account they just don't use, you know, for personal stuff. Anyway, so it was the first time they'd ever DM'd me. And she said, you're shadow banned. I thought you had blocked me. But when I type in your account, nothing shows up. And so then I did a quick Google. She's like, so is Jackie Schimmel, both of you. So I'm like, I don't know what that means. A quick whatever. And then the thing I texted you showed like, I mean, what was it, like 1/20th of what my usual accounts that reach and what it is reaching right now. So who knows? If you can't see my stories, they're there. But
someone has a comment about Carnie's assessment being accurate about Martha. Yeah, I think she's just another bitchy queen. She is a bitchy queen.
But didn't you think that Jeff nailed it on the head? I just don't think she's a girl's girl.
Yeah, a bitchy queen.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what it is for sure.
She's somebody that is very competitive and not in a nice way. And like, I mean, she's Mother effing Martha Stewart. Like, Carnie couldn't even come close to that. Just be kind, be nice. If you invited,
Exactly. And what was the deal with this appliance being mailed like 6 months later and all gross? Like, I'm so confused by that, because don't you think the producers would have forgotten about that? Like, who even remembers to do something so nasty like that? Like, that's so bizarre to me.
First, was it really flour?
What could, good old cocaine?
No.
What are you talking about?
Mecco, come.
What?
She said it was sticky. She said it was sticky. It wasn't dry powder. She said it was sticky. Also,
I think get powdery? Oh, I'm so confused. Now you think somebody cummed on a blender and mixer and sent it to her in the mail?
I'm just saying it could be. Carnie said it was white flour and it was sticky. So when she said sticky, it made me think of that. I know, Ashley, hush. And also, I believe Martha did that on purpose. Not that she.
The 6 months later thing.
I feel like the producer's like, oh, we need to send her a gift, blah blah, and she's like, oh, send her this one.
Ew,
the dirty one.
Ew, I'm confused.
Sorry. I feel like I need to retract all my comments up to this point. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry. Crusty old dough. You're right.
What did you think of the Monroe story? I think she does have empathy. He's all worried about her being all into herself and not thinking about others. She's totally thinking about others whenever she saw those two bitches throwing food at her friend.
How mean.
How mean. Why would you throw food? I'm there to eat it. You know how much food, and you do see it? The kids at school waste so much food. First of all, they sit there and talk instead of eating. I was always all about the food. I'm there to eat. Plus, I'm a very slow eater. You've eaten with me.
You are a slow eater.
You're going to get shouted down too.
You know, it's funny. My principal wanted me to go to this pizza thing tonight. And I was like, I can't. And I was like, I'm kind of doing this thing. And I just told her we're two teachers doing a podcast. Oh, I want to listen to it, Kelly. And I was like, no, I would never. Never.
She's totally going to be Googling you like crazy, like how to find you.
Oh God, I hope
she'll never find Jeff Lewis Chunk.
But it was funny. She was like, she wasn't sure who Jeff was. She knew who the housewives were. But my assistant principal, oh, Jeff Lewis? Oh, he's intense. He's crazy. And I was like, yeah, I know.
Isn't that so funny? Like, most of my friends, I have to show them a picture of Jeff Lewis before they realize who he is.
Yeah.
Some of my friends know him from Flipping Out. Almost none of them knew about Hollywood House Lift until I told them. And then a couple of them watched it and really liked it, but they would have never watched it had they not known about me.
Well, a lot of people
talking about it, and none of them listened to the radio show, of course.
Well, because a lot of people don't have freaking Sirius. Now that he's on more podcasts like Apple and Spotify, not all of his stuff, but just the Friday podcast or whatever, I feel like more people might know more about the radio show. Hi, South Dakota.
South Dakota? I've never been there. Yeah, I do feel like that. I just feel like it's like a family. I think Jeff Lewis fans are like a little family. We totally have the same humor usually. Usually all of us listen every single day, like never want to miss an episode. It's not like, I guess that's the same way with Housewives. Did you watch Salt Lake City?
I haven't had a chance, so I can't wait.
Did you watch Beverly Hills?
No, I haven't had a chance.
Oh, God, it was so lame again. They are dragging this out. So lame. So lame.
You're like Jeff. You're gonna ruin it for me.
I did love whenever they were talking about Dahmer being dead already, and Doug very seriously said, "Stop! Spoiler alert! I haven't finished it yet." He probably doesn't even know that Dahmer's dead.
You know what? I want to say a little thing about Jeffrey Dahmer. I want to say it's real funny how we all compare Jeff to Dahmer and how he spun that little promo to make it be Doug. But we all know who Jeffrey Dahmer is. Who just got the glasses? Doug?
I mean,
No.
even Carnie was like, oh my God, I thought I was into him, but you're super into him. You're going to get, and I love that they're readers. So they probably look cool and big like that, but they're actually reading glasses.
I know. And it's funny. I'm going to say something, again, that's very controversial. I think Jeffrey Dahmer, aesthetically, does have a really handsome face. He does.
I mean, for his time frame, I guess.
He has nice lips. I don't know why I've studied this, but he is not an ugly man. Like, even Ted Bundy was super handsome.
I know.
I didn't think he was handsome, but he was like cleaned up version.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing with Jeffrey Dahmer. I think he was really handsome. Sorry.
Again, I still want to know who made that thing where they put Jeff's face on and Monica posted it. Hilarious.
I've seen it here on Instagram. I've seen it on other platforms. So yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yes. Oh, Jeff is actually more like Dahmer.
Abandonment issues. Wow.
Yeah. And he likes Bundy. He likes Bundy too. You're right.
Yes. And Betty, that lady, he was saying that he was gonna he was gonna handwrite letters to her.
Yes. He loves a cannibal. Do you know there was this guy that just recently died a couple of years ago? His name was Kevin Bacon, not the Kevin Bacon. Oh. He went out with a guy on Grindr. He went over to the guy's house. The police ended up finding him hanging upside down with his throat slit, his genitals cut off, and the man was cooking them and eating them. That's why Jeff's so paranoid.
Wow. You know what? And I watched this. God, when did I watch this documentary? What was this story about a guy that was in Canada, I want to say? Let me know if this sounds
wait. Is this the one about the evil one? He was cannibal and he also hurt cats. I can't talk about it.
Yes. The snake, that one? Okay, we won't say anymore, but that was so disgusting. But it was fans that figured it all out. You know Jeff. I wish I would have known Jeff at the time, or he would have had Jeff Lewis live to talk about that show. Well, oh my God, that is a crazy one.
Well, that's
the murder on the bus. Oh. Ew, I'm gonna have to Google that one. Send me that link, Fluffy.
I like lots of murder stuff too. But I'm very into the Delphi murder of the Abby and Libby girls. Do you remember that? The two young girls.
So many murders, sadly.
2017, 2 young girls were killed on the bridge. She took the Snapchat video of him and they had the recording and everything. You don't know that story?
I think I've seen a Dateline about it. It was like the real world, like 12, 13-year-old girls.
Yeah. It's crazy. Sorry, I don't know why we're on that. Oh, we're on a Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, because clearly murder, serial killers, maybe that's why I got shadow banned. I did have some hashtags of murder, serial killer. So I did go out and delete that. Well, it's a hashtag because that's what Jeff shows have been about lately.
You are on like restriction. You have no wiggle room. You're like Jackie. If you talk about kissing a dog, you're shadow banned. So you cannot put murder, you cannot put serial killer or any of those things.
Oh, Instagram, I love you. Oh my God, I love you. Okay.
Oh, Brandy. Oh wow, she's close to Delphi. That's so
ooh. Someone said they're embarrassed to be Canadian right now. Hey, Americans are so fucked up too. So,
but you know what? Canada does have a lot of crazy killings too, and I think just like in Russia, United States, we're all crazy.
Wow, what is MFM? Hashtag MFM, Susie.
Motherfucking murder?
I don't know. Did you think it was funny that Evan Peters' mom's friend is the Jeff Lewis Live fan? Jeff's like, I don't care how we get him. If we can get him on the show, we don't care how we got him. Who cares?
I thought it was funny that Doug thought they were going to get Evan's friends, moms, whoever to be the guest. And he's like, no.
Yeah, no, we want Evan Peters. Hello. Yeah. Okay, so again, tomorrow night, and Jeff didn't say anything about Chef Stew today. Nothing good, nothing bad.
Maybe he's trying to keep his shut.
Oh, keep their business to do themselves. What a concept.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying.
So tomorrow night, if all goes well, then Jeff is supposed to be at Jeff Stu's apartment for the very first time ever. And then Sunday, also, Jeff was going to eat a home-cooked meal at Doug's house, which he's done before. But this sounds like a very small, intimate dinner.
You know, I bet Stu at this very moment in time is doing, well, when he's done with his other job, that he is doing some deep cleaning. What do you think?
Or a deep hiring of a cleaner.
I think he's doing some organizing, throwing out some stuff, you know, getting ready.
Yeah, for sure. Making room in his closet in case Jeff wants to move into his apartment.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, right. He'd be like,
he's going to bring over a toothbrush to Stu's apartment now.
That would actually be hilarious. He was all about the promotion today. Warby Parker. He was talking about Chili's again. He loves that shit he got from Chili's. And then he was talking again about islands. So next time I'm in California, you've got to take me to Islands.
It's so good. It really is good.
Okay, I've got to try this spinach artichoke dip. And I don't want the cheese fries. Is that something you would order? Oh, okay. So neither one of us are going to order that. But Carnie loves the cheese fries.
The fries by themselves are delicious. They do have make their own ranch, and it's really good with the ranch. But no cheese, no cheese.
Yeah, that sounds like constipation out the wazoo, and that is not what I need in life. Jeff was so proud of himself for helping those old ladies.
That was
so
cute.
Selfless, so kind. I think he was so proud that he knows how to do something like a life lesson.
Oh, I didn't think of that he gets to teach somebody something.
He knew how to. Yeah, somebody came to him like, this is a real life practical thing, and you know how to do it. And you know what? I have to admit, I think parking meters can be confusing, especially when it's that damn app that you have to download.
When I went to Jameson's show, improv show in LA, I got to the parking meter and I couldn't read it because the thing's all like scratched and you can't even see it. And then it was
out in the sun where you're like doing like this. I know.
And I couldn't use my ATM card for whatever reason. And all I had was like 75 cents and change. I was like, I'm going to have to come out here in a half an hour. I forgot about it, but I didn't get a ticket.
Oh, good. I got a warning ticket one time in Park City, Utah, speaking of Salt Lake City, along the main strip. I think it's called Main Street. And we had gotten ice cream way too long. And I came out in the rental car and I had a warning, thankfully, not a whatever. But it was close. I mean, it was like within 10 minutes and I freaking had a warning ticket already.
Wow.
Anyway, I hate that stuff though. I hate paying for parking.
Yeah.
I can't stand a parking meter. The ones in Georgia where we just were for my daughter's college, they're credit cards, so it's super easy.
Yeah.
You just stick it in and whatever, but it's so annoying. So annoying.
I eat pizza with ranch too. I don't think that do you eat pizza with ranch?
So delicious. My best friend Angela taught me that trick like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
so delicious. Good.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest. Fluffy, how did I not know you live near Dallas? I don't think you've ever told me this. We've chatted for months. What small town? Now I'm curious. There's a lot of small towns near Dallas. Anyways, watch him go to college with my daughter. That'd be freaky.
Fluffy, don't tell her about any stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think you lived near Dallas now. I think you live somewhere else now. What else? Oh, I love that Jeff was so happy that he was recognized at Islands. But the guy thought he was an employee.
You know what, though? I think that probably happens a lot, like with any of them, because you might not know what they were from, but like I see people and I'm like, I know I've seen that person on TV before. I don't know where, or they look familiar. So I can understand. Since you
live in the LA area,
Right. And just like, you know, and like Jeff said, maybe it's because he literally is there all the time.
Yeah. Well, and plus, like I said, with my friends, when I got all obsessed with Jeff Lewis last year, I really had to explain to them. And once I showed them a picture, they're like, oh yeah, I know who that is. You know, flipping out that TV show. I used to watch that. But if you just say Jeff Lewis, it's not a celebrity name that just rolls off the tongue all the time. He's not on TMZ all the time.
He should be.
Which is how he likes it, I think. I don't think he wants to be on all that shit. I mean, if he wanted to be more popular, he could blow up his Instagram. I mean, he could do personal pictures. That dinner with Mario Lopez last Friday night, he could have put that on his Instagram and tagged it.
He did not. I was going to say, he didn't take a picture.
Well, no, but he didn't post it either. Mario Lopez.
Yeah,
and somebody DM'd it to us. Do you think he's really flossing his teeth in the car?
First of all, I'm disgusted at the fact that he uses a string and not a pick.
Because it flicks.
This is what Shane's doing.
That shit flicking all over his $100,000 Land Rover first edition.
I imagine Shane going like this.
Gross. And taking a water wipe and wiping down everything every second.
He's getting all that spinach and artichoke dip out of his teeth. Oh my God.
I mean, if I spent $52,000 on teeth, I would not want to be having to whiten them. I would not want to have to go back and polish them a week or two later. And I certainly wouldn't want to have to floss. They're not going to get cavities.
That's what I was. Okay, true. They wouldn't get, I don't think it would break down like the enamel like it does our teeth, but it just makes your breath stinky. Like when you have nasty ass food into your teeth, and you know how he is, he wants fresh breath all the time.
Someone wants to get on, but I don't know who that is.
I was like, I can tell when you're reading stuff because this is what you do.
Because I can't read and do the same thing. Put it in comments, whatever you wanted to say. We try not to bring a whole lot of people on because it tends to break up the signal for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
We have shitty Wi-Fi, I guess. And plus some people, I don't know what they want to say. So I don't know if maybe it was an accident that they hit that too.
But anyway, so food in your teeth causes stinky breath and just like a bad taste in your mouth. So I'm glad.
Well, he's always spraying, and we saw him use those little Listerine sprays at the Amazon launch party. So we know he still does that. You know what? I'm surprised they've never shown, Kian, the videos that he does. I'm surprised he's never shown Jeff doing that.
He probably doesn't do it on the air, but you're right. He probably does it off the air.
It seems like a tick for Jeff, though. It seems like when he'd be mad on flipping out.
It's like habitual, a habit thing. I think
it's like he gets mad about something and he's like, yeah.
You know what's funny? It's like, oh, hello,
hey, Chef Stu.
You know what's funny? Why hasn't Listerine ever wanted Jeff as a spokesperson? Like
he's been using that crap forever. I know.
Yeah.
You'd think he would.
But maybe they don't want Jeff.
Tell us if you're excited for dinner tomorrow night and what you're going to make with the steak. What sides? Oh, a knife.
Are you going to use your lovely seasoning on the steak, Stu?
Oh, you know what? I used my lovely seasoning tonight on salmon. And that freaking piece of salmon from Costco was $36. Now, it fed 3 of us because there's 3 in our family.
Big? How big?
I mean, it was big. So a pan, what do you call those things? Baking pan, a baking sheet. I've been cleaning for days. You were right.
Stu,
you said you bet that he was cleaning his apartment for Jeff.
And organizing and throwing shit out. I know you. I know what you're doing.
Clean out your freezer. Oh my God. Jeff is going to want his pantry organized.
I know.
He's going to want like the paper towels lined up. He's going to want the salts lined up.
Where did I just see him recently? Maybe it was Hollywood House Flip where he was like dusting something. He's like, dust. So Stu, you better get a fluffer and fluffity fluff. Place looks good so now. Okay, good.
It's all cleaned. Oh my God, how exciting.
It can never be too clean for Jeff.
That's true. Hopefully he'll be distracted by other things, the food and stew.
Oh, you gotta wear your white pants. If you wear your white pants, the tight ones, the bulge ones, he's not gonna pay attention to anything else.
Are we getting into their sex life again?
I'm sorry, let's stop.
It's so easy to do.
I know.
I don't know why. Oh my goodness. Okay, what did you think about the whole story about Quinn and the headgear?
Oh my gosh. I knew a guy that had the worst teeth in high school. I mean, bad. And the reason that he never got them fixed because they told him.
Are you really wearing white pants tomorrow night, Chef Stu?
Of course he is.
Please take a picture. We love pictures of y'all on the weekend. We know Jeff probably won't put it up, but we would love it.
Anyway, so this guy, he didn't want to get his teeth fixed because he would have to wear the headgear 24 hours a day.
Oh, wow.
And we were in high school. So, but don't they make them wear headgear at night? It's not during the day. They usually make them wear it overnight.
I know, but I kind of agree with what Jameson was saying is because my brother wore a headgear for a little while when we were younger, and he's 52 years old. So I'm like, how have they not come better than this to fix these teeth?
Because
I never hear.
Well, the only way you could really move a jaw is through surgery. That's the only way. That's the less invasive way to do it, was through headgear. That would be my interpretation.
So Camille had to wear hers at night. I thought it was hilarious. I love that Jeff, and then the caller at the very end was like, this could be an opportunity for you to be more inclusive and diverse. You're going to hang out and appreciate your niece that's wearing a headgear. That's
Can you imagine
Pepper for him?
Can you imagine Pepper, what she's going to be saying and what she's going to be telling people about it?
Oh,
probably because
Martian, she's an alien. Yeah.
Well, not only that, even if Quinn wanted to keep it a secret because you only wore it at night, Pepper's just going to come and tell everybody, guess what? She has headgear.
It sounds like they wear it during the day. I love that Doug talked about his cameo that he does. It's $80, cameo.com/Doug Budin.
And he likes to go long.
He likes to chat. Can you imagine the live he would do?
I know.
So he has chatted with me before about this cameo thing, and he said there's a way that you can invite like 15 people on. Oh, ouch, Tanner.
Oh, man. Wait, I'm sorry. You can get 15 people on Cameo? What does that mean?
I don't know. I think you can do like a live, but you can invite like 15 people.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it after BravoCon. BravoCon I finally went shopping a little bit today. I found a couple of pants that I like for like evening attire type stuff. I already know, I think I know what I'm going to wear. It's a fine line of like being comfortable. I'm definitely going to be comfortable during BravoCon.
Shoes,
Speaking
like
of BravoCon, if you haven't DM'd us already to tell us you'll be at BravoCon, make sure you do that, because I want to make sure that we meet all the cool Jeff Lewis fans. I mean, if you don't want to meet us, then don't DM me. But
what are you doing shoe-wise? Because I feel like we're going to do a lot of walking.
Yeah, but this is the evening stuff. Like, I'm thinking of that thing we're doing Thursday night with Jenny Blaze, with Bravo and Blaze.
Are you bringing heels, wedges, boots? What?
No, but that's the day before BravoCon starts. Mm-hmm. So that night, we'll just get an Uber and go over to the party. So I'll have heels on.
Okay. Got it.
Heels.
No, really?
Yeah.
I can't wear stuff like that. I'll fall.
No, you're already tall enough.
So are you, bitch?
So I'm 5'7". I feel short.
But then you're going to be taller than me.
No, I'll be fine.
And Kim's going to not be.
CatCon this Sunday. He says 5 people are going. Alyssa's husband.
Brandy, Julie, Shane. I don't think he counted the husband. That's what I thought.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Brandy and Julie. So I looked it up the other day, though, just because you said you might bring your cat. No cats are allowed, just so you know. I know you said your cat's a bitch and you can't bring her, but were you really going to bring your?
No, if I could bring him, I would. He would get too scared with that many people.
Yeah, no cats. Sorry. And that's probably why. I mean, most cats.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's not dogs.
Like people. I don't even think cats don't even like their owners all the time.
That's not true. That's a stereotype that I'm going to make you stop saying.
Well, I did research a little bit when they were talking about the cat pooping thing. And something about if they don't cover it up, that means they don't like you or something, right?
Basically, it's an FU. Like, here's my shit. Deal with it.
Wow. So
my smoky puss, Angelina, poops outside of the litter box every day. Every day.
Oh, so that's the FU cat?
No, I think she hates Mateo and she doesn't want her fecal matter by his fecal matter. There's 2 litter boxes, but still.
Wow, cats are really...
They're very opinionated.
Lot of opinions. So Carver doesn't cover the poop and Patrick buries it.
And that's the thing. They overdig. Mateo overdigger. He rips the lining every time. It's a weirdo. Goddamn cats.
I have only very recently heard of butter boards.
I
love butter, but is it flavored butters?
I've never heard of it before. I think it sounds fantastic. I love butter, and I'm assuming garlic butter, some sort of
cinnamon
savory
sugar butter,
sugar butter, honey butter. I love honey butter.
Love it.
Bacon butter. I don't know what people make butter with, but
now I'm getting hungry. But I had a lot of salmon tonight. It was so good. I just do like olive oil, and then I did the lovely seasoning all over it, and a little bit of what's that thick salt called?
Why do you need olive oil? Because it's already so fatty.
I don't know. Am I not supposed to put olive oil on there?
Well,
and lemon. I did a little bit of lemon juice.
Oh, okay, lemon I could see. Yeah, because it's so.
I'm a terrible cook. I'm a terrible cook.
You know what I want to try? I wish Stu. I don't know if Stu's still on. I see sometimes people put a pat of butter on their steak. Have you seen people do that?
I have seen that at restaurants, even nice restaurants.
Yeah. So I've always wondered what it's. I mean, I'm assuming that would make it taste amazing. I just didn't know if that was like a normal thing.
Stu, if you're still on, let us know of putting butter on. If you'll do butter on top of your steak, or yes. Jeff's steak tomorrow night.
On Jeff.
Wonder what kind of steak? Filet?
I would hope it would be.
I love a ribeye that has fat on it, but most people do not.
Ribeye because it's fatty.
I love the fatty.
I know. I don't eat red meat anymore, but every once in a while I will break down and do a ribeye. But I'm a friend of the cows. I'm sorry for that time I have eaten.
I love a good steak. What was this story? And we'll wrap it up soon. Oh shit, we keep going late. What was the story about this woman that murdered a guy, ran over him because he was going to hurt a cat, and she's getting convicted?
It's a little unhinged. But I would do the same fucking thing.
I wonder what she saw. I'm gonna have to go look up that story and see.
I don't even want to know. But it didn't make sense because I was like, well, he must have had that kitten in his hands. But if she ran him over, then he couldn't have had the kitten in his hands because she wouldn't have wanted to hurt the kitten. He's probably like trying to drown it or something fucked up. I hate people. Sorry.
I know. People are so gross. Okay, do you want to chat about music and then we'll wrap things up?
Yes. Get me out of those dark thoughts. Okay, so Jamiroquai. Canned Heat. It's a dance song. Dance. Anyway.
Okay, I didn't know that's who sang it though. All I heard was something about dance.
But it's called Canned Heat, which is a weird thing. It's not even called dance. And the second song was, I'm assuming it's pronounced La Rue, Bulletproof. Bulletproof. This time Jeff's heart will be bulletproof. If I ever watch these back, I'm going to just hate it.
Yeah. We usually don't have time to watch them back. It takes about 18 hours, it feels like, for a video to upload to YouTube. Seriously. But I don't watch it at the time. It uploads onto my iPad. But
yeah.
We used to do about 50 minutes whenever we first started in June when we were recapping Hollywood House Lift. We just found about 30, 35 minutes usually does it.
And like we said, even with Doug tonight, a lot of people were teasing him, land the plane. People have their attention spans for something live like this. I think it goes about 30 minutes, 35. So we basically lost several people because we went over 5 minutes.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess the numbers have gone down. Not that they're that high anyways, but
hey.
Yeah. Anyways, well, we will put the replays up. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I love all your comments. Sometimes we don't get to see them all because they scroll up too fast, or we just don't get to. What are you looking at me for?
I was trying to remember Patrick and Poll tomorrow.
Yes, okay. Patrick and Poll, and Snow White 90210.
Shout out.
I'll probably put up a picture. I mean, if I'm shadow banned, I guess only about 10% of my people are looking at it anyways. Let me know if y'all know anything about being shadow banned and how to tell if I am.
And what to do.
How to get it to go away and get the fuckers off my back. All the recaps put up. I'll try to put it up on our podcast Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Our YouTube channel is Jeff Lewis Obsessed. That's where you can see it with the comments.
Spotify is the podcast. Spotify to get the podcast.
Spotify.
Okay.
Spotify and Anchor is another app that you can get it on. I think eventually we'll get it up on like Apple, but I haven't figured that out yet. And really not that many people listen to it as a podcast so far, so I haven't really hassled with it. Most people I think watch it on YouTube, Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah. Somebody said something about Michael from Van Nuys. I'm pretty sure he probably will call tomorrow. Right?
Oh, I love that. You're right. He probably will.
Yeah.
Michael from the Dance Academy. Love him.
Shout out, Michael.
Shout out, Michael. Okay. We will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.
Bye.
Bye.